Welcome back to this Grade Academy lecture on junior cycle history, where today I will be talking about general guidelines and approach to the new junior cycle history paper. Now, it's a common level paper, so it's important to remember it does mirror a lot of the new changed junior cycle paper layouts. So just like most other papers, it's 2 hours long. 2 hours is the length of the exam, 360 marks. So that tells us that there will be a lot of marks, a lot of questions with a lot of marks, and it's important to be very consistent across the whole 10 questions. So there are 10 questions on the paper. There are no guaranteed topics. However, we can kind of predict that in first year, second year, third year, there will be an even spread of first year, second year, and third year topics. It won't be all first year, or all second year, or all third year. So you can predict very safely that there will be, at least two topics from first year, at least two from second year, at least two from third year, which gives you 6 topics out of 10. And then the other 4, you might have 3 from first year, 3 from second year, 3 from third year, and 1 more from one of those years. So the first few questions in each section are based on what you can see on the source material. Now I'm going to give you an example of that, and we go to this sample paper. If we go down here to question 1, it says, what are archives according to this website? So the answer is in the source material. What is the web address of the Irish Archives resource? And the web address is here. There it is, www.iar.ie. And the third question then, if you were to use this website to find sources on the history of education in Ireland, which 2 headings under Start Exploring would be the most relevant to your work? So that's where it starts to move away from basic reading comprehension towards selection and higher order thinking. So you have to make a qualified choice on which 2 would you start with. And then by part D, they're starting to look for your own background information and knowledge on the topic itself. So D, E, F would be your own knowledge, your own accumulated knowledge. But A and B in particular, the answers are found on the paper. Now I'll go way down to another section, question 9. 1960s Ireland, and answer the question which follows. Describe the work being done in 2 of the 3 photographs. So again, that's very much in front of you. You can get the answer from the photographs themselves. And B, explain 2 ways in which the work of a tensmith or a housewife or a docker has changed since the 1960s. And of course, that's moving towards background knowledge rather than what's on the paper. Question 8, part A, it's on the Cold War. The answer is on the source, in the source material. And then question B is where you are starting to use a bit more higher order thinking, and you're estimating, evaluating the message or the theme of the source material. So in most cases, you're actually, the first 1 or 2 questions in all 10 questions, you should be able to answer them easily, as the answers are within the source material. Now, extended response based on source material, including contextual knowledge of the topic. So basically what I'm saying there is, I'm just, following on from the last point, the extended response based on source material. By extended, I mean it comes in many parts, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And you can be sure from C on, C, D, E, F, and G, that will be contextual knowledge, your own accumulated learning of the topic and the information that you have about it. Now, one last thing to mention, make sure you use a blue or a black pen in the exam, and don't write outside the margins of these answer boxes. Keep all your writing within this margin. Don't write out here, don't write out here, because most of these are now corrected online, and in order to correct them, they screenshot. And I would advise, they will screenshot the page, but as a standard, what they're screenshotting is the questions and the answer boxes. So try not to go outside the margins at all. You will always have supplementary pages at the end to give you extra optional writing space to fill in the rest of any answers that you may not have had time to or space to fill in back where the actual question was. Now, what I've given here too is I've given a checklist for the work of a historian, the work of an archaeologist, ancient Rome, ancient Ireland, early Christian Ireland, all the way down to the GA and cultural nationalism, Ireland and the EU. Now, while it's not an entirely exhaustive list, I would be extremely confident that if you follow these in relation to your study or revision of each of the topics, then you should be more than comfortable and okay for any exam they put in front of you. Okay, well, thank you for listening to this Great Academy lecture on junior cycle history, and until next time, happy learning.